Let's do some examples of finding trigonometric functions of angles that are not as simple as just between 0 and 360 or 0 and 2 pi. For instance, the cotangent of negative pi over 6. First of all, you have to remember a negative angle, it goes in a clockwise direction. So when we are measuring this angle, we go clockwise pi over 6. That's good for us because that gives us our reference angle very, very quickly is pi over 6. And then I always just got to remember, okay, pi over 6, it switches. So that is our 30-degree angle. So our reference angle is 30 degrees. This is a 1, 2 square root of 3 triangle. The square root of 3 is on the positive x-axis, so it's positive. The 1 is on the negative x-axis, so it on the negative y-axis, so it's negative. Now, cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So what is the tangent of this negative 30 degrees? Well, TOA, that's negative 1 over the square root of 3. Then we will reciprocal that, which will be negative square root of 3 over 1, or negative square root of 3 will be the cotangent of negative pi over 6. All right, negative 315 degrees. That's a little bit trickier because it's not such a small angle. So we're going to go ahead and find the coterminal angle for it. So remember, that means adding or subtracting it from 360 degrees. So 360 degrees minus 315 degrees is actually 45 degrees. So the angle 45 degrees, which is here, is the same as the angle negative 315 degrees going in a clockwise direction. So what we're going to have is a reference angle of 45 degrees in the first quadrant. And the good news is in the first quadrant, everything is positive. So this is a 1, 1 square root of 2 triangle. Cosecant is the flip of sine. So what is the sine of this 45-degree angle? Well, that's 1 over square root of 2, or and then we're going to reciprocal that without rationalizing it. We'll reciprocal that to square root of 2 over 1, or just the square root of 2 is the cosecant of negative 315 degrees. Now, negative 11 pi over 3, that's bigger than 360 or bigger than 2 pi. Remember how I know that. What is 3 times 2? 6. 11 is bigger than 6. So what we're going to have to do is take negative 11 pi over 3 and add 2 pi to it in order to get us to an angle that is between 0 and 2 pi. Well, remember our common denominators, 11 pi over 3, and we're going to add 2 pi to that with a denominator of 3. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. So that's 6 pi over 3. That gets us to negative 5 pi over 3. That's still a negative angle. So let's go ahead and add 2 pi again so that we can get into the positive angles, and that'll be a little bit easier for us to work with. So negative 5 pi over 3 plus 6 pi over 3. Well, guess what that is? That's just 1 pi over 3. So the coterminal angle that we're looking for is just pi over 3, which is 60 degrees. So this is a 1, 2 square root of 3 triangle. It's in the first quadrant. We want the cotangent. So first we need to figure out what is the tangent of pi over 3. Well, that's TOA square root of 3 over 1. We're going to reciprocal that, and that'll give us our cotangent, which is 1 over square root of 3. And you need to rationalize that really quickly to square root of 3 over 3. All right, last one. Again, 420 degrees is definitely bigger than 360. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 360 degrees, and that's going to give us 60 degrees. So our coterminal angle is 60 degrees. This is a nice 30, 60, 90 triangle. So again, 1, 2, square root of 3. We're lucky enough to be in that first quadrant. So cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. So the cosine of 420 degrees is the same as the cosine of 60 degrees, which is just 1/2.